right, let's get it going. What are we doing? Somebody else is coming through.
You want me to transition?
Yes, please. I'll get it together over here.
What's up, sippers?
Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, go and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of all our videos. Today we are going to try Sofia Blanc de Blanc by Francis Coppola. It's a sparkling wine, so I'm excited to try. We love sparkling wines.
Yeah, when I walked into the store, this just grabbed me because of the cellophane. It just seems so exclusive.
Yes.
So I'm like, well, why not?
Right.
Plus, I love sparkling wine. So,
Right, so let me go ahead and get you guys together.
Oh, hey now.
It's already spicy, you know?
It is spicy.
All right, guys.
Jesus.
That was so quick.
Whoa. I felt it all in me.
Oh my God.
I felt it in me.
I don't know why we were so surprised.
I know.
We're used to this.
But that pop, it had strength. So I was saying, my Prosecco don't pop like that. Jeez. Pop this clink.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is beautiful. Oh. I got you in the back.
It was that. It was the bubbles.
Lovely.
I thought it was.
I love it. I'm
good.
not saying it was bad. It was just right there. Just got me. It's very strong.
It has so many bubbles, and I know that sounds weird because it's a sparkling wine,
Right.
but it is very
Carbonated.
carbonated.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very carbonated.
Well, it's 12%, and I spent about $18 on this. Probably paid for the fanfare of the bottle, but
Yeah.
for it to be 12%, and I love sparkling wine. It's not bad. I like it.
So as Tip was saying, she probably paid for the fanfare, but also the name a little bit because Francis Coppola, he's a very famous director. He directed The Godfather. I believe The Godfather was probably the highest rated critic-wise movie of all time. Yeah, it's one of the best movies ever made.
And probably the most quoted.
Yeah.
The most quoted.
So he went into a wine endeavor, and Sofia is his daughter, who actually had a cameo in Godfather 3.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What?
Nice.
A
Good
little
to
fun
know.
fact.
Right.
Well, this wine is made entirely of Chardonnay grapes. It brings notes of watermelon, lavender, green apple, and peach, all mixed in.
And Blanc de Blanc actually gets its name from being made of entirely Chardonnay grapes. There is other white wines that have mixes and are not 100% unless they're actually called out for being that type of grape. They're not usually just one exclusive grape. So
This is delicious.
It is.
yeah.
Pairings for this you would do with like fish, some snacks, whatever.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's always our go-to everything.
Chicken, steak.
It does not matter.
Pasta.
Or by itself.
Or by itself.
Today we are going to play a little game. It's going to be coined Pass or Sip. So each one of us will pull a question out of a bowl and pick one of us to answer. And if you don't want to answer the question, you got to take a sip. Tip. What is your spirit animal or favorite animal?
I feel like my Patronus.
Ooh. Love that.
For you Harry Potter fans out there in the world, my Patronus would be a lion. Not only for the fact that I am a Leo.
That's only for the Leo.
No, but I am ferocious.
Rare.
I can be lovable, but also don't play with me at the same time. And I'm a Leo,
And you got your pride.
I'm a lioness.
She does have that.
You see this? If you didn't have the job you have now, what would you do? Stahce.
Well, that's kind of hard because my whole entire life was wrapped
It
around
is.
being a nurse.
You are caring,
but
yeah.
I also wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a couple of things. I wanted to be a nurse, a pediatric nurse, but then I seen sick kids and I wasn't with that.
Right.
I wanted to be a nurse, a psychiatrist, and a lawyer. But what deterred me, I watched too much TV. What deterred me from being a lawyer was like, what if I send somebody to jail and they come after me?
Okay.
But I wanted the office with the stilettos, click-clacking, with the suits. I wanted all of that.
Right. I can see you as a lawyer.
Because, honey, I can
debate.
I will pull up the receipts from like 1999 to 2000.
99 to 2000.
Don't try to get in an argument with me because you will not win. Are you an introvert or extrovert? I'm an Sel.B, but I can answer that for her. Go ahead, just to oblige people.
Y'all don't know my life.
We do.
You know, a fun fact, before we even filmed this, and we were talking about Patronuses and stuff, Tip knew what mine would be, so that was crazy.
Because I know her life.
Yeah, she knows me. I'm an introvert. Around them and people I love and know, I'm more extroverted, of course, but I'm definitely an introvert because I love not only my own company, but I'm not that outgoing to, especially people that I don't know, or I'm just gonna talk to you and spark up a conversation. I'm gonna be respectful, I'm gonna respond, but I'm not gonna just go out like an extrovert would.
That would be me.
And I'm like in the middle. Like I don't like people, but hey, I'm up to it. Like, hey,
I will be in the store and will spark up anything with anybody. Like they've been my best friend for years.
If you could choose a superpower, what would it be, Stahce?
Oh man, there's so many. Maybe read minds. Okay. Because people normally people can really seem sincere, but then in the situation things could change. You'd be like, wait a minute, because you was acting this way and that's that. I would read minds, and then right off the bat I know you full of. But see, my vibes is always in tune, so I can usually tell if somebody's full of crap or not right off before they even start speaking. They don't even know I'm reading them. So I mean, I guess that is my superpower. I can read vibes.
What is the strangest dream you've had lately?
That was a wild card I threw in there. They didn't know that question was in there, so I was waiting.
Yeah, I did not.
Sel.B.
Ooh, tag.
Ooh.
Was it wet?
Was it wet?
It wasn't wet. It was dry. The driest dream.
It was dry.
You could ever imagine. And it was actually pretty scary. I have sometimes dreams where I get hurt and I don't know why. Not in an accident or anything, but it could be like just in peril and someone has to come save me. Those are weird dreams to me because I don't understand them at all, even when I try to like look them up, because I don't feel like that's imitating anything in my life because everything's pretty steady. So it's weird to sleep and be a damsel in distress and someone has to come save me and there's some issue going on that I can't work out myself.
Something people are surprised to know about you. So I'm gonna start with myself. I think people are surprised or would be surprised to know that I used to ride motorcycles. I have my motorcycle.
I was just thinking about that.
I have my motorcycle license. I had that when I was younger. I think I was like 20. Yeah, I think I was like 20, 21 when I got my motorcycle license. I haven't got on a motorcycle in a long time, but in my younger years, I used to be a rough rider. I was a hot girl.
I would have to say that because I'm such an outgoing, happy-go-lucky person, I think people are surprised that I suffer from severe anxiety with a touch of depression. The depression doesn't hit me too much. It's more so the anxiety. And honestly, that started up when I started having kids and having that responsibility of keeping another human safe and alive and healthy and all of that. Like 5 years ago when I had my first kid, just kicked up the anxiety and then added on to it more when I had the second one 2 years ago. But therapy is real.
Yes.
That does not mean that you are lesser of a person because you're talking to somebody. I go to therapy once a week. I recommend it to everybody, even with the littlest of problems, to have that unbiased person to speak to and just vent. Even if it's just to talk it out, just do it. So I think a lot of people, because of how happy I am, would be surprised to know that I have anxiety.
For me, I think people would be surprised. I'm like a low-key nerd. So
That's not surprising for us.
Right, it's not, because we know.
She sent us, wait, pause. The other day, she sent us in our group chat how big large the sun was in relation to the earth. And the poor baby, so I obliged her. I was like, oh my God.
You did not know. I couldn't even click in on it. I couldn't. My mind couldn't get there.
Not loyal.
I did not know the earth was, or the sun was that big. She was like, yeah, you'll be surprised.
She said humans are basically like ants. And I'm reading the conversation between the both of them.
This was like so early in the morning.
It was, yeah.
This was like so early in the morning.
That be on my mind.
I think we were all just trying to sign on to work at that point. She sent it like 8 o'clock in the morning.
I was like, look, they need to be up online anyway. I'm setting it up.
Some video.
I probably saw it like 3 in the morning.
Some video of how big the sun was in relation to the earth. And I was just like...
I'm glad you obliged.
I did. I made sure.
I feel like sometimes we tag team each other on who's gonna oblige that person. Because if I see Sel.B did it, then I might back off a little, or vice versa. And if I see you backing her up on it, then I'll send my emojis.
And then vice versa, because if you see her coming in hot with a comment or a laughing out loud or something like that,
we all do.
You send me a reaction.
We all do.
And that's it.
When did this become a whole dissertation? And even if it's not surprising, it's like I love my topics about astronomy and the universe and space. The fact that I can have conversations about things that people don't even think of on the daily.
People probably think I'm weird. I could sit and literally watch National Geographic like all day, all night. These animals and be intrigued. That's
another thing. I haven't even touched on the documentary, and I'm not going to.
Right.
We can get into it, but so it's just a passion that you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The real gonna relate.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us to the end of this video. The description for this wine will be in the box below. Be sure to check it out. Also, make sure that you drink responsibly. And as always, we thank you for watching.
See you next week.
See ya.
Bye. What's up, sippers?
Oh, that's me. Oh, damn. That's me. All right, let's get it going. What are we doing? Somebody else is coming through.
You want me to transition?
Yes, please. Okay. I'll get it together over here. But
okay. We're going to do what we can do. Okay. So...